What's happening, guys? Hey, listen, I wanted to thank everybody who reached out to me to help me out to better understand IDPA rules and regs and the expectations, what I realistically can expect competing in IDPA for the first time. Actually, second time, but the first time was 2003 or 4, and then I switched over to USPSA and Steel Challenge and kind of didn't look back. And I'm really looking forward to this opportunity to get out there and learn and just dive deeper into this sport that I've seen but never really participated in. USPSA was always just fun. The Steel Challenge matches, there was a local club that hosted regular once a week matches that were just super cool, and I learned a lot, and it was exciting and fast paced and all that good stuff. And there are things that I learned shooting in that environment that are probably not as productive in IDPA. And there's things that I have to change about what I do or how I think about addressing targets and attacking stages and things. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be educational for me, definitely going to be a learning experience. But I wanted to thank you guys. Got some good insights, some good knowledge drops, man. It was awesome. And I wanted to talk about the appendix in the waistband. A couple guys were like, hey man, you carry appendix in the waistband. Yes, I do, all the time, every day. This is my preferred way to carry, right? But I don't want to be that guy. In the first responder world, you just don't want to be the guy that skylines yourself and stands out as just trying to be different to be different, or you seem to have a better way of doing things, or whatever it might be. And maybe that's just all construct in my head now that I'm not in that world anymore. It's just a vestige. But here's the thing. I've heard through the grapevine that there have been some incidents or some issues in the past with appendix in the waistband guys who maybe weren't the most safe or whatever it was. I wasn't there. I'm hearing this third hand. But my thoughts were this, and tell me if I'm wrong. Everybody there seems to shoot, or carry rather, at the 3 o'clock, right? Everybody's carrying on the hip. I don't want to be the guy who's like, see how you guys are doing it. This is how I've been doing it for about 20 years, maybe longer. I'm gonna do what I do. Actually longer, because my first appendix carry rig was the ACR from Raven Concealment. And so that was that was like pre 9/11. That was a long time ago. That's how long I've been doing appendix in the waistband, and my heart, I feel a little torn, a little hypocritical, but I also realize that when I teach classes and things like that, I do carry out of the waistband, exposed holster, just for the ease of teaching. I don't, sometimes I will do appendix in the waistband, but for the most part, I will carry just from a secured duty type rig. Actually, I can show you, actually from just an ALS. I just will carry from something like that when I'm teaching, because I'm moving around and I'm picking stuff up and all this stuff. I don't want my pistol falling out or getting dislodged or caught on something and knocked loose. I want it secured and I want it locked in. I'm not being hypocritical, it's just a matter of convenience for working on the range. When I compete, I will, so here's my plan. I'm gonna shoot from a holster at the 3 o'clock. So a production or a IDPA stock service pistol rig. I'm gonna shoot from that. Let them see that I'm safe. Let them see that I'm proficient. Hopefully, let them see that I'm a good dude. I'm not there to make waves. I'm not there to do anything but just make this a positive experience for everybody. And I want to learn. I'm intrigued by this sport that I've never participated in really. And I'm just intrigued by the rules and the sequence and how you have to attack stages and reloading, all that kind of stuff. See, in USPSA, you guys know in production, especially, if your feet are moving, now this is the rule of thumb given to me by my friend Les Kismartoni, in production, if your feet are moving, you need to be reloading. So there's an array, you hit that array, and then you have to move, right? So when you start to move, you hit your reload and keep trucking. That way when you arrive at the next place, now that might mean you drop a mag that's got some rounds left in it, But for that sport, it's not the end of the world. For IDPA, that's not an approved method. And so what they want you to do is go to slide lock. So an emergency reload, go to slide lock and then reload. I'm assuming go to a slide lock, back behind cover, hit your reload, come back out and go to work. At least that's what I've been practicing. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. It's a different thing. But on the appendix thing, I get it. I dig what you guys are saying. The more we do it, the more it becomes mainstream in the competitive world. The more we show up, the more I show up just like this. I don't know if you guys can see me, but I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. The more we show up like this and compete like this, especially in an event that's aimed at the defensive use of a pistol, the more it will just become normal. I get it. Totally understand that. But please understand my perspective, which is I'm the new guy and I don't want to be the FNG. I just want to be the new guy. I don't want to be the guy that came out there and, God forbid, Murphy's Law, I flub a draw, something goes wrong and they're like, see, another one of those appendix guys. Bear with me. Please forgive me for not carrying the torch like some of you guys expected me to do. I will eventually compete from appendix. But I've talked to a couple of my friends, Gabe White, Les Kismartoni, a couple other guys that are high level shooters that compete from appendix. Les competes from appendix. Gabe obviously competes from appendix. I've talked to those guys, discussed it, and they both tend to agree that just go out and just shoot with a standard rig, a standard setup in the beginning. Just get used to the new format, the new way of approaching stages and all that stuff. Also, let these guys get to know you and see that you just want to push the sport forward. You just want to push gun ownership and concealed carry and all that stuff forward, move the ball down the field. And then maybe in the future, it'll be cool and it'll be fun and I'll get to test myself from under a t-shirt appendix in that format. I'm looking forward to it. And as always, I appreciate every comment, every message from you guys. It all means a lot to me. And if you guys have thoughts on this, please comment below and let me know or message me if you feel like you just want to keep it private. But I always appreciate it and I hope you guys have an awesome day.